Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and for this week's video I wanted to talk a little bit about the new Mortal Kombat that was just released for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, Mortal Kombat X. Now I can honestly say for years Mortal Kombat has been such a huge impact. It's a childhood memory of mine. When I was growing up, this was the game in the arcades, and it really revolutionized not only the arcade scene, but also the fighting game genre. I mean, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat were like bottlenecking the competition, and I've always been a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. And just to let you guys know, you guys can see a Mortal Kombat 2-part video memories video I did about 2 years ago. I'll leave a link on the description below so you guys can check that out. But let's talk about the new Mortal Kombat. First of all, I can honestly say when it first came out, I was excited. I was really curious about it, but I wasn't doing backflips over it. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, we got another Mortal Kombat coming out. Despite I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat that was released on the PS3 and Xbox 360, aka Mortal Kombat 9. I thought that was a phenomenal fighting game, and I had so much fun playing that. But as it got closer to this Mortal Kombat, my curiosity started blooming, and I have to say, this is leaps and bounds everything I expected from a Mortal Kombat. Let's start first with the gameplay. The gameplay is very similar to Mortal Kombat 9. They're using the same engine, but it's really much more refined. I would almost say it's more fast-paced compared to Mortal Kombat 9, but it's not so fast-paced that it's lagging or anything like that. It's very, very smooth. I think between Mortal Kombat 9 and this one, when they made Injustice Gods Among Us, they really found their niche of how to fully utilize this engine, and it really comes to show in Mortal Kombat X, and I was really excited to play it. The online is a lot of fun. The only gripe is sometimes with the online it takes a while to get into lobbies. It might take a while to connect with someone, but once that does happen, honestly, I didn't notice any lag. I didn't notice any problems. Online seemed to be running pretty smooth for me personally. And they also brought back King of the Hill mode. And let me tell you, Mortal Kombat 9, what I loved about that was the King of the Hill mode. It had that arcade spirit to it, you know, where you would spectate other fighters, and you know, you'd have to fight each other, and then you would raid each other. It really made me go back in time during the good years of the arcade scene, and they really captured that with King of the Hill. Now, also with Mortal Kombat X, they have a really interesting story mode. Mortal Kombat 9 had a fantastic story to it. I think that's really what made it shine. And they did the same sort of stuff with this one here. NetherRealm Studios seems to be really knocking it out of the ballpark when it comes to story. It takes place 20 years after, I believe, Mortal Kombat 4, because we see a lot of characters from Mortal Kombat 4, including Shinnok and Tanya and whatnot. And what was really interesting is it shows some of the original fighters. It shows their children. You're seeing the son of Kung Lao, the son of Kenshi, the daughter of Jax, and even Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade have a daughter named Casey Cage, and they're all part of this new special forces run by Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. And you really start to see a little bit more beyond the tournaments, and that's what I really liked about it. You saw a lot of different like backstabbing and conspiracies. It was really cool. It's not a long campaign. It probably took me about 3.5 hours, maybe 4 to finish. There's only 12 chapters, but it really helps you learn a little bit more about some of the new fighters. There's a lot of new fighters in this game. It kind of gets you more used to those, and I'm always kind of iffy about new fighters in Mortal Kombat. I just love Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Liu Kang and stuff like that. So when I see new fighters, I kind of avoid them, where the story mode really makes you play as them. So some of them I really like, some of them weren't too bad, some of them kind of felt uninspired, but they're still new, and I could see them later on establishing their own spot in the Mortal Kombat history. Now, some of the things that I will complain about is there's a lot of microtransactions to this Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of DLC. I mean, when this game was first introduced a couple months before it came out, they were showing pictures of Jason and Predator, and I was really excited, but unfortunately those are a part of the DLC that you get when you first buy the game. You see the advertisement in the box. It's like, buy the classic DLC, and you can play as them. So I might wait on those. Also, they have something called a simple fatality mode. Now right off the bat, you get 5 tries to do simple fatalities, which is like a 2-button combo, and you do the fatalities. Then after that, you have to actually do them. But with the DLC, you can also purchase more trials to do the easy fatalities, and I don't know, that's not cool in my opinion, because that fatalities was something in Mortal Kombat that was so secretive. It's something that meant a lot to the series. It's definitely what made it big in the fighting genre, was these fatalities, especially, you know, back in the day when people would, you know these fatalities and keep them as secrets, you know. But they do have a fatality practice mode. So if you don't feel like buying the DLC, you can practice the fatalities and you can do them perfectly. So when you go online, you can own people and just show off. And some of the fatalities are just absolutely brutal. Now, they added some more unlockables to it because they brought back the crit mode. And the crit mode is, you know, it was first introduced in Deadly Alliance. And what makes it a little different this time is the crit mode is almost like a first-person dungeon crawler, in my opinion. It looks really, really cool, and there's so much stuff to explore and unlock, and, you know, you acquire coins from different matches, playing story mode, also playing online matches. You join different factions online, like I joined the Lin Kuei, so when that faction wins a couple matches, a couple coins get swung my way, and you get coins really, really quickly in this game. So unless you're completely impatient, unlocking shouldn't be too much of an issue. And plus, that adds a little bit of replay value in my opinion. So what can I say about Mortal Kombat X? If you're a huge fighting game connoisseur, if you love the fighting genre, if you love Mortal Kombat, definitely get this game. It's definitely worth a try. If you're kind of on the fence about it, keep in mind, I'm pretty sure the price is going to drop really quick on this game. I don't think it's going to be staying $60 for too long. Give it a couple of months, and probably by this time next year, they'll come out with the Game of the Year edition that will have all the DLC. So don't rush out to buy the DLC yet, because we might get some, complete Game of the Year edition, and you guys can do it that way. It's all up to you, but I highly recommend this game. But yeah. Anyway, guys, leave a comment below. Tell me some of your favorite fighters in Mortal Kombat. Tell me some of your favorite fatalities. I'd love to hear from you guys. And also, I'm going to be uploading a brand new episode of XS Gaming Podcast. Be sure to check out on the link below the description and check it out, because we're going to be talking about fighting genres. We're going to be talking about all the fighting games. We're going to talk about Samurai Showdown, the new Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury. We're going to be talking about a lot of those games. So if you're a huge fighting game fan, be sure to check out our next podcast on Podomatic.com. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.